pale and naked, sat there on the floor, doing a Zoom call.
That's Sian Welby.
What? Wasby?
Oh, we moved out, we got pissed, went home and got in bed with new owner. Swear to God. We're back.
Have we remembered how to do it?
I can't remember how to do it. We're back as well, and it's been so nice. People have been texting in saying, when are you coming back?
I know.
Yeah.
Like, where you bloody been?
I didn't think anyone listened to this.
You two are convinced we've got no listeners.
Yeah, I just thought...
I've told you people are listening.
I just thought, well, we listen to him harp on every morning. Why would we want to listen to harp on a podcast? But apparently people do.
Well, because people aren't listening for 4 hours solid, are they? They listen to snippets of us.
Yeah,
no, it is good to be missed. I think occasionally you've got to do that. Occasionally, it doesn't matter what it is in life. You've got to stop doing it for it to be missed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you can apply it to relationships. You can apply it to anything. In this case,
Have
we're
a
doing
little
it with the
week
podcast. No, I think you've just got to remind them occasionally, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's like, because you can get used to this level of
Do you
quality.
know what?
Nice. Yeah.
I'm not going to shift those shoes when they leave them there. We'll just see how many pairs of trainers and shoes build up around the house, and then they'll be missed. Then you'll be missed.
And you'll see what I do every day for
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a good
Sometimes I
one.
do those ones.
Yeah. Little things like that. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
Just think,
it
I'm not
sounds
gonna
emotionally manipulative a bit.
No, it's just I'm not going to shift them for the next week and see how long it takes for them to notice that leaving shoes wherever you take them off is highly irritating.
I'm that person who does a stock take of our house, and if I don't do all the little admin things that I do, Jake suddenly realises, oh right, wash powder doesn't just appear.
Oh,
You have to order it.
Well, we've talked about this, haven't we? That magical wash basket that we've got in our house. I'd throw anything in there, just anything. And it turns up, washed, ironed on the edge of the bed. And it's extraordinary how that happens.
It's just
amazing.
so you just throw anything
Mate,
into
it's a basket. I don't know where she's got it. It's like you throw it into the basket.
Yeah.
And it just it comes back. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I test it a bit.
But it always comes out clean and
I'm messing. Of course, I love you to bits, Ree. You do so much for us. And when she doesn't, then I realise it as well. Which makes me think it's good we're doing this podcast. It's good to be missed. It's good to be back.
Let's do it. Azizam.
Azizam.
Hello and welcome to the Capital Breakfast After the Show podcast. I'm Jordan North. He's Chris Stark and that's Sian Welby. Are we still doing the New Year stuff? It feels a bit gone now, doesn't it?
Well, it's end of Jan. By the time this comes out, it'll probably be end of Feb.
Yeah.
My question for you would be, how's it going so far, January?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
no. Jordan's come back weird. He's come back from Christmas a slightly different guy, and I don't know what happened to you. Whether do you ever think if a mate got kidnapped and they sort of sent you a message, you'd know if it was really them or not?
Yeah, you are a bit Avril Lavigne about this. It's the conspiracy theories have begun that you're not the same Jordan North.
I don't know if it is an actor.
Is this because I had trifle in bed?
Yeah.
Is this basically because of that?
It's because you started the year fingering Nutella.
Yeah, I did say I'm going to get
Who's
back
she?
Sean!
Sorry, I make myself laugh.
That's what I'd say. No, I just had a finger of Nutella on New Year's Day and I thought for 2026 I'm going to get back into Nutella. Just dip your finger in and rub it on your gums. It's nice.
Straight to the gums. Yeah, but then you were fingering Nutella, you're eating trifle, you've been eating Ripples in bed.
I'm back into Ripples as well. I think Galaxy Chocolate's massively underrated, if I'm honest. I think it's the best.
See, I'm more of a Cadbury's girl, I have to say.
Don't get me wrong, I love Cadbury's. I'm a bit of a Cadbury's girl myself, but I do love a Galaxy Ripple.
Do you think some celebrities are out there right now that are in fact AI or robots or
we haven't clocked?
We've not clocked. I mean, I'm not saying Sia in particular, but I think some of them can disguise themselves a bit easier than others on this sort of front.
Yeah, it's almost like the people that you've never actually met or you don't know anything about. Who would you put in that category?
Well, I met Britney.
Oh, you did meet Britney.
And it was quite a sort of odd experience, but then I appreciate she probably was going through quite a lot.
Yeah, I bet at the time it felt quite surreal. Now with hindsight,
it was a bit like she sort of was glitching a little bit at times.
Sometimes they get a little bit like, I feel, like if you've watched that Elvis, about his life and stuff, and you go, oh, okay, sometimes that you do become the performing monkey, and I think you lose who you are.
I'd be annoyed if I went to see those DJs that wear the helmets, because it could be anyone.
Dead Mouse.
They could send the mates, and you've paid 200 quid for a ticket.
I'm sure that's why they do it. I think any celeb that's got a disguise is very clever.
It could be anyone. They could be like, what, you want me in Vegas on Tuesday night? Yeah, I'll be there. Dave, Tuesday night, Vegas.
John, 100 quid.
Yeah, I'll bump you 100 quid.
They're getting like 20 grand.
Yeah, and the rest.
So true.
Yeah.
Like Marshmello as well. He was the one with the bucket head.
Yeah.
We had a really funny one with Marshmello. So we were interviewing Marshmello. We had one of the first interviews with Marshmello. Because big artist at the time, really. But the problem is Buckethead, right? And security to the building where we were interviewing him was obviously extremely tight.
Yeah.
And you know where they do the visiting pass?
Yes. Oh, don't. It wasn't his picture of the marshmallow head.
He wore the marshmallow head in it because
For his visitor's pass?
Yeah, because at least with some of these DJs, you know the producer that's underneath it, right?
Yeah.
With Marshmello, no one knew who it was, and they wanted to maintain the secrecy.
Who is it? Did they know?
I can't remember, but
Timothy
the
Chalamet,
problems we had was that reception wouldn't allow Marshmello in because obviously they're saying, well, we need to know, we need you to take your photo. He was refusing to come in because he wasn't going to take his helmet off, and we're waiting upstairs to do the interview. So eventually,
It's actually so bizarre.
it's actually a real problem, isn't it? That no one really thought about.
No, so he wouldn't take his thing off. He wouldn't get ID. They wouldn't let him in the building. You've got an interview.
Yeah. So it all got really, really delayed, and eventually someone was willing to let him come in, but the pass actually had him. They still did the pass, which I just thought was just
Stupid.
mental. It's just him with his marshmallow head smiling away.
That's incredible.
I was going to say, who else is there that wears a disguise? It could be anyone.
Well, Sia, like you said, wore the wig, didn't she?
Well, I had another incident recently was I had to have a phone call with Harry the Hornet. You know, the Watford mascot.
Yeah, you've talked about this. Yeah.
Oh, I remember you saying you had to.
Yeah, and I just wanted to have a little catch up with him and
Yeah.
just check in with him, really. But obviously that's an odd one because all you're doing is imagining the Harry. Well, actually, I saw him at a football match. He came over to say hello, but then it's really strange, isn't it? Because you're talking to just
A bee.
well, yeah, sort of. Yeah.
It's mad to think that you could have walked past Banksy, or you
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
have sat
that's
next
true.
to him on a bus,
That is true.
Yeah.
and it'd be like, "That's Banksy."
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. I quite like the air of Mystique. I'm going to come back as a radio DJ, but with a different voice and a disguise.
What do you mean you're going to come back as well?
Like in 10 years when I get binned off from
Right.
there.
So I think if we ever are risking getting binned off here, right,
Yeah.
I think the smart move is we become our own replacements. So we do the whole like
Plastic
mask
surgery.
thing.
Yeah.
You know, like relaunch ourselves in masks and start a bit of an alter ego thing.
Yeah.
Really, it's the kind of thing that actually we could start doing on the side now.
Just get like, we could even, like
The
lots of
masked DJs.
Botox, stuff. Like Scott Mills, basically.
Oh God!
Come back on
What do you
Radio
mean?
2. Surprise, it's still me.
Just start now. And then change.
Start what?
Like tanning, Botox,
To be
teeth.
fair, he looks great.
He
at the
does,
moment.
doesn't he? He's aging backwards.
I know, man, and it's like obviously I'm going the other way, and
No, you're not.
well,
Meh.
No, come on.
twat, gob.
No, you're looking very good. We did actually manage to stay in contact during our time off, weren't we? Yeah, we were all texting each other. Do you want to tell everyone about your naked Zoom that you did, Sean?
Yeah, I feel like I do need to share this one because I feel like I said it on the radio, but you don't get enough time to really explain how bad these things are. And it can just sound like, just another random day in Sean's life. No, this is actually, I'm still not recovered from it because it was such a weird scenario to be in. I had a meeting that it's
Sorry.
getting a pint
Sorry.
ready for this one.
Just ready for the story.
Requires a Stella. Yeah, I was getting ready for a meeting and I messaged my agent and said, oh, hi, is this meeting still on? Is it a phone call or is it a Zoom video call? And they were like, yeah, still on and it's a video call. I'll send you the link. The meeting was literally in 10 minutes. I thought, I'm going to have to get home pretty quick to make this work. When I get off the train, instantly forget. It's like there's something wrong with my brain at the minute. So I get off the train and walk past a tanning salon and think, oh, and like a magpie, I'm like distracted. I was like, oh, I need a tan. That's a good idea. So I go in, book in a spray tan, get in the room, all your clothes
You just
off.
do it off the cuff like that. You would book a spray tan.
I'm a bit spontaneous like that, yeah.
That would take me weeks of thinking about.
Same.
Prep.
Same.
Do you mean you just walk past any store and trust that they
Well,
could?
no, I do use this one. So as I got
okay.
off the train, I walk past it and go, oh, yes, I should do this while I've got a bit of time. Forgetting already that I've got this meeting. So I go in there, kit off, and literally
Everything.
bent in a
That's
very
out.
unflattering position. And the phone starts ringing and this Zoom call's coming in. I go, oh, the frustrating. Now I can't pretend I've forgotten about it because I've already checked in and I know that it's happening. And so I'm thinking I've got to answer it and hope it doesn't go straight to video. So I answer it and go, hi, and I'm hovering it away from me. And then I see that the video thing's not engaged, so I keep the video off. They're like, Sean, we can't see you. Everything okay? I'm like, oh, sorry. Wi-Fi is a bit dodgy. They're like, where are you? I was like, I'm at home. At this point, the machine whirs up because it's like a big compressor. You imagine like a sprayer for a car. It's gearing up, ready to go and spray tan me. So that's making this noise. So I'm muting it as they're chatting. Okay, Sean, no worries. Just doing a quick research chat before the interview. They're asking me questions about my life, so I'm unmuting it, chatting to them. And the worst bit was I was telling them like a story about my whole career. And as I'm like going, so basically I started life in the Midlands. And as I'm talking, this thing in the background is almost getting annoyed with me, this machine, because I've not stepped in it. So it's starting the spray tan process. So as I'm there, it's going, welcome to Versa Pro. And I'm going, trying to mute it. I'm going, oh, sorry, 1 minute signal. The unique tanning spa system. Please put your feet on number 1 and your heels on number 4. Spraying will begin now. So it's going, and when you just go, I've backed myself in. I can't get out of this. I look so unprofessional, and I just tried to style it out. I ended up sitting in the corridor in my pants, like I had a jumper on, just my pants.
Did you get the spray tan in the end?
No, that was the worst thing. Left pale.
It's quite sad, really. Yeah. Pale and naked, sat there on the floor, doing a Zoom call.
Just sums up our lives. Cold and ashamed, pale and naked.
On the floor.
On the floor.
I was pale, I was
naked, were you there? Were you there?
I was pale, I was naked, were you there?
The worst thing is, the person doing the call, Faye, you were there, but you didn't realise at the
time. We got our M&S shoot tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at the time of
Back at
recording. We're doing that tomorrow. We all set. Also, Ollie, who does our hair, can't make it on set tomorrow. So Chris has been a diva and sent him out to his house, and then he's coming to mine today.
You two couldn't live further apart.
I know.
He's going to both your houses.
It's a
plague on both your houses.
I promised to talk less about my hair this year, but Ollie is coming to cut my hair today. He's going to do Chris's.
I don't live that far from you. I've worked out. It's
really?
like half-hour drive.
Oh,
So what I'm going to say is, why don't you come round to mine then?
No, I'm not doing that.
No, exactly. So when he says these remarks like Chris is being a diva, it's not at all.
I've been up since 4. You've got kids
I've got kids.
No. I love your kids, but still, no.
Hold on, you've been up. Sorry, I thought you were having sympathy for me there. Not that you can't deal with my kids for 5 minutes.
I chose not to have children, hence why today I will go home, have a cup of tea, watch Escape to Country in silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chris's kids will be at school. You could go and get your hair cut. Here's no problem.
Who signed you on, Welby?
He won't do it. Everything. And then what he does is he tries to almost make out he's doing you a favour. So he's like, how about you come have a haircut of mine, and then we can go for a coffee round ours, or go play some paddle. And it's like, what you're basically saying is you want me to come round to your house. Which is fine.
On, man. I still can't believe
we haven't played
paddle together.
Are you going to make him a little sandwich or something?
Yeah, I'll make
quite cute.
A little sandwich. We'll do the 1.5 sandwich that we've been talking about.
Hey, honestly, I think if people take one thing into their day from this podcast, it's eating 1.5 sandwiches.
Absolutely.
1.5 sandwiches. So make 3 sandwiches and share it with another person. So you've got 1.5 sandwiches. And also, I'm saying for 2026, 2 jumpers.
Yeah. So there was a video we did.
Here
recently,
we go.
And
I wish you could see the fish hook emoji now.
And we have to and we all get dressed up for it. Jordan, I actually hadn't noticed until Sean mentioned it to me, and then I couldn't unsee it. And I thought it was bizarre fashion choice from you. You were wearing a jumper, but then also wearing a jumper around your neck. The same jumper. Have you ever seen an outfit with 2 items the same?
Cutting an image of it here for them.
Please put this on, because do you know what it was as well? This M&S shoot we do, it obviously is quite fashion focused, and we're supposed to not be serious, but especially when it comes to the fashion, we tend to, and we do generally mean it. We love each other's outfits. So as me and Chris just both look over to go, oh, you look great, and you did look great. But it was when I sort of did a double take and went, it's not the same jumper around your neck as the one you're wearing.
I just say, so Gary, the stylist on it, was like, I thought he was winding me up at first. And I'll be honest, I wasn't keen. And then he put a jumper over me, like I strobed it and tied it like I was playing tennis.
And then
but it was the same jumper.
Yeah, same jumper. And then I was like, I quite like this. And also, I'm not just saying it, I said to him, I went, this will wind Starky up so much. this will be fun. This will get him going, and it did that.
It definitely did.
We lost it.
2026, the year of 2 items. So if you're buying a pair of jeans, it's like you wear both of them. That was kind of what it was.
You wear, but then throw the rest over your shoulder.
So you'd wear the jeans, and then you'd tie the other jeans around your waist.
Yeah.
Or you'd wear like a top, and then put the other top over your shoulders. Just see if people notice. It's a nice conversation starter.
Yeah, and obviously it matches one of the items you're wearing because it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's a bit like cooking with the same wine that you're drinking, sort of thing.
It is
perfect. It is, yeah. So we've got that tomorrow, and
just one quick recap that I thought people might enjoy, Jordan, and I do think we haven't unpacked this properly. This is the first podcast that we've done together in the new year. The last time that we were sort of working together, I suppose, was in 2025, and the last shift I did, Chris, was actually with Jordan, but on this morning where worlds collide.
Oh, right.
I just need to unpack that with you, Jordan, because I don't think you thought you were going where you were going, did you?
No, you know me too well. So Sian Welby's guest hosted on This Morning with Craig Doyle, and they said to me, you know Sian really well, we want to do a driving home for Christmas. But we couldn't actually do driving home for Christmas because Chris Rea died that week.
He died the day before the feature.
So
you can only imagine the panic when he was supposed to be doing this sort of like, families driving home for Christmas, and suddenly that whole play on words now feels a little bit inappropriate, seeing as poor Chris Rea had just died.
Yeah.
But in sort of true daytime telly fashion, it was like, right,
we'll just call it something else.
We're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway.
But this is you just in a service station lobbing out.
So I thought, right, maybe they'll take me to Lapland or I'll go somewhere, but no, I was at Watford Gap Services.
But I didn't know this because the last he'd texted me, I thought he was going to be at a shopping centre. So I live see him pop up at Watford Gap and almost burst out laughing, but think, don't laugh, Sean, because no one knows the joke. Almost like it's nothing wrong with him being at Watford Gap. But I found it funny immediately because I thought, because you had, also his wisdom teeth were bad, weren't they? But he had a face of thunder, and I thought, he's livid. He's livid that he's at Watford Gap. I could obviously tell because I know you so well. So I started finding the whole thing very funny from the first thing you did.
I wasn't livid. I was just in so much pain with these bloody wisdom teeth.
You looked a bit poorly.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what was the
because we thought it would be busy, to be fair. It wasn't.
Yeah, but it's the idea.
The idea was I was giving presents out to kids, but I just took some cold Codamol, and then I was giving all the dog toys to kids and stuff.
He thought they were kids' toys. It turns out they were squeaky dog toys, which again, so he's lobbing these like bones.
Yeah.
Just the whole
you enjoy
thing was
the
a shambles.
I did in the end, because we just thought, and do you know why I love Charlotte and Craig? We were like, look, this isn't kind of how we were hoping it for, which happens, it's live telly, it's live radio, so let's just take the piss. And you took the piss, I took the piss.
When I tell you the director, the gallery in my ear were laughing. By the fourth or fifth time we cut back to him at the Watford Gap.
It was brilliant.
It did just get funnier.
It's stuff like that you've got wrong, because on social media everyone was saying that was really funny. Yeah, there were loads of kids and I was lobbing sweets at them and stuff, but we thought it'd be busier. There's only so much you can do. And then they're telling me, like, you need to fill for 2 more minutes. I thought, well, I've given all my sweets out and I've given all my squeaky.
I'll give the dog treats out.
So I thought, I'll just take the piss out of Craig and Sean, and that's what we did.
It was just so funny. I just wanted to just decompress how funny that was, knowing that this was 2 days before Christmas and he was at Watford Gap.
And then I left the guy that came to pick me up drove me back, and I left my headphones in there, so he had to come back the next day and I had to pay for the car. And then he'd come when I was in the shower, so I ended up running out in my dressing gown to get these. It was all a bit.
And obviously he'd seen everything anyway from outside because of your windows.
I need to get that window sorted.
You do
as well.
Christmas TV's very loose, isn't it?
Oh, we're not talking about Christmas telly, are we? Oh God.
Well, that's,
yeah. Where's that come from? You just mean in
general?
No,
your
of course, it was Christmas.
Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, welcome back to Capital Breakfast after the show with me, Jordan North, Chris Stark, and that's Sean Welsby. What?
Wasby?
Sean Wasby.
Sean Wasby.
That is Sean Wasby.
I think I'm
Don't, because they'll call me that from now on.
Sean Wasby. I don't want to whinge, but I think my throat's going again. Let me get me spray.
You are always ill at the minute. I'm worried about you.
I am, but we're doing something on the show soon that I'm super buzzing for, our secret fiancé. Let me do my antiseptic spray. Hang on.
Okay, just bear with us. Jordan sprays.
Can we play some adverts or something? I've just got there's a really strange bloke on my doorbell. I just need to quickly figure
You've
out
always
what's
got
going
a
on.
random bloke in your garden.
I'm
missed
doing my
one
mouth
today.
spray. You've always got...
He's just staring.
What
was he doing?
I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I feel like you're in a busy village, Chris. And when I say that, I mean in the nicest way. You've moved to a lovely little village, but I feel like there's a lot of locals that find their way into your garden, your driveway, and there's dogs going on. I feel like there's lots of village problems.
It's all that pampas grass he's got outside.
Do you know, I was DJing on New Year's Eve and came back. So I got back about 1:30, something like that. I was in the house on my own. 3:30 in the morning, someone was banging on my door. New Year's Day.
What?
And I was, you know, where it like wakes you up and you don't know how to react. I went out the window and I don't know why I went full sort of EastEnders, like Cockney. Like I was like, who is it then?
Who is it?
Who is
was
it? Some pissed up bloke, like got the wrong house.
Oh no!
I've been there, done that. To be fair,
Have you ever actually gone to the wrong house?
I've gone in
after
the
that?
wrong house.
Have you actually?
Yeah, my dad did it as well. We moved house, he got pissed, went home and got in bed with new owner. Swear to God.
With the new owner, went back to his old
Honestly,
house.
Went back to old
That's incredible. They hadn't changed the locks.
He got pissed in the pub and we literally just moved around the corner.
Wow.
Let himself in. She went, Graham, what are you doing? And like in bed he went, oh shit, yeah.
I've had the same. It's mad how your internal sat nav goes when you've had a drink.
When you've had a drink.
The time I got into bed with my mother-in-law. Do you remember? It was after my cousin's wedding. Got in with Karen in my pants. But Martin would have been on the other side. And all I remember, I vaguely remember this, is her going, what are you doing? And then I tried to style it out, being like,
surprise!
I don't know. And then I remember the next day I was filming at Wembley Stadium and I was up so early. I was up at like 6, 7 in the morning. I remember being at Wembley thinking, I swear I got into bed with Karen last night. And you know where you're just waiting for the text to like, because you can't be 100% sure. I did.
I did. Look, we're doing something for Valentine's Day. We did it last year. It's one of the best things I think I've ever done personally on radio. Secret Fiance. So basically, for just over a week, we get this, usually a guy, to come on with a voice changer, and he's going to propose to his girlfriend who listens to Capital Breakfast. We did it last year and I thought it was class and I can't wait for it this year. We're doing it this year as well, which is going to be very, very special.
Well, yeah, because it takes a lot of trust in the person going, okay, these three, they will do a good job of this for me, because it is a massive intimate thing. But I suppose if you haven't really got an idea of how to propose, and especially if you are a fan of the show, this is kind of money can't buy, because you can't just do a proposal on national radio. So it's, if you want something a bit more quirky and different, I think this is quite cool.
Well, I think there's two schools of thoughts with proposals, isn't there? There's a very sweet version where it's just you and the person you're proposing to, and it's quite low key and it's just about you and there's no airs and graces to it, and it's actually I think that's lovely in its own right. And then you can choose to go down the route of, right, I need to make this extra special, or like what you perceive to be extra special, bells and whistles, that sort of thing. And then you're in major planning and it's stressful. And, you know, I've been in that situation where you plan a proposal and I went all out with it. And actually you're having to keep a lie throughout it. It's a lot. It's dead stressful. How would you propose if you were to propose, Jordan?
I mean, it's a bit of a personal question, isn't
it? Are you more a kind of, do you like to make a big gesture?
No, I'd be very much low key.
Would you be creative with it?
No,
I picture you on holiday or something.
Just pretty low key, I think. Yeah.
I remember this girl when I worked at New Look back in the day. She, the boyfriend made all the effort, took her to Paris, dinner at the Eiffel Tower. And then clearly the whole thing got too much for him. And he just pulled the box out of his thing, lobbed it on the table, went, you better have this then, and chucked it. Because I think it was the build-up. There was too much pressure that he honestly lobbed the box at her and went, you better have this then, and threw it.
You better have this then?
Yeah, and I remember that vividly now from like 15 years ago or more. And I thought, God, he went all that way. Yeah. He did so well.
The ring on the plane.
Exactly,
and
everything. And just to panic at the last minute. And you think, oh, God.
My best mate got engaged. I told you that, but skinny jeans were in at the time. And he took her to New York and they were like sightseeing all day. and she could see the bloody box in his jeans, in the jeans pockets.
Because it'd be so obvious.
Because the skinny jeans, she could see the box.
Oh.
And she got to I think it was, honestly, she could see it all day in this box. Because it was, obviously, if you see now, even a phone will show up in your jeans and stuff.
Yeah.
She could see the box in his skinny jeans. They got to the top at Empire State Building. She went, just do it.
Yeah.
She went, what? He went, I can see the box.
Oh,
no. So.
Oh, you couldn't.
You'd be creative a little bit.
Would
wouldn't you?
I?
A little ring and a corned beef hash or something like that.
Little ring and a corned beef. Yeah, do you know what?
And then they'd choke.
I was going to say you'd
bottom of an
accidentally get it
Ovaltine.
You would be that proposal where they're on edge of the Niagara Falls and
Yeah.
Mm.
But Secret Fiancé is exciting.
Yeah, it's starting. Yeah. Basically, we're going to be breadcrumbing for the next couple of weeks. It's always a big payoff, so it's going to happen on the Friday before Valentine's Day. So keep listening out for it on the show. I think it's brilliant. It's one of the best things we do on the show. And I think as well we get Bella on once it's gone out to explain
how it's done.
How it's all done. Because Bella's the main producer on it and she works so hard on it. So we'll get her on and give us some behind the scenes because she's just gone through a little PowerPoint presentation with us today and she's got everything. And you think the effort she's putting in for this.
Well, because you're keeping a secret from the nation, and so it is a big deal, and so you do have to think it through. But yeah, it's our traitors. It's our big reveal, isn't it? It's great fun.
That's the best way of putting it, and the listeners love it. And the best thing is people listening going, oh God, is it me? It could be me because we put a voice disguiser on the Secret Fiancé. So that's coming up on the show. Next on the podcast, we're doing the famous quotes from the notes. Right then, Shawty, what have you got for us for quotes from the notes today, please?
Where's Gary Neville? I've been promised him.
I were pissed off about that.
Gary Neville.
One of the big bosses came into the studio and said, "We've just who is it? We've just signed."
Done a deal with the Overlap. So very, very exciting deal. We're global and the Overlap are going to be working together.
And the Overlap is his podcast.
Well, his podcast, it's a whole series of podcasts.
It's a company.
Really. It's a company, but very exciting because it's owned by Gary Neville as well, amongst others. And
so mid-bong game, one of the boss comes in and went, just let you know, we're going to be showing Gary Neville around about 8 o'clock. I was like, oh, great, I've always wanted to meet him. Thought of a little pun I can make and stuff. Yeah.
What, you'd prepped your chat?
I knew what I was going to say to him.
Come on.
What was the joke I was going to say to him?
Was it the meme? Was it the...
Yeah, I was going to do my impression of him. You know, the Gary Neville meme where he goes...
Which, if you're just listening to this, you've got no idea what he's doing. But you can look at it.
I was going to have a chat. I've always wanted to meet him, that kind of thing. And then, 9:45, I think I just burst out in the studio. Where's Gary Neville? I've been promised him.
Yeah.
Didn't even tip up.
He didn't.
I mean, he did the tour, but he didn't bring him in the studio.
I suppose our floor is a bit of a work site at the minute. I wonder if they just didn't want to show him the mess.
Well, I also think some of our team weren't quite aware of his work because we had to spend a lot of the time explaining who Gary Neville was to people, and I think our boss saw that and thought, actually, we might skip this part of the tour.
Actually, this is an absolute PR disaster in this room.
Also, if you get the chance, just YouTube or TikTok, Gary Neville's speech at David Beckham's wedding.
Oh, really?
It's brilliant.
I've not seen that.
There's a joke in there that's brilliant.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Was he best man?
Yeah,
that's cool.
There's something to do. They just beaten Bayern Munich as well in the treble. There's a cracking joke in it. Yeah. So
okay.
I won't give it away, but it's really. I think he got a comedian to write his speech from us. It's good. Go on, do us another.
If I hear one more person saying cottage cheese, I'm going to scream.
She has been on fine form since we got back in 26.
Maddie the baddie.
Quotes
for days.
Oh, just some of the stuff she comes out with. But it's random. We'll all be quiet or we'll be talking. And she said she's sick of people. Cottage cheese is in for 2026, by the way. Did you know? Which, by the way, was very 80s, what my mum used to do. Cottage cheese and pineapple if you were dieting.
It's such a diet food, cottage cheese. Everyone's okay with it for a couple of days, maybe a week. And then you're like, it is bland. Come on, let's all admit it.
I quite like it and it's filling. Do you know what's filling? Sweet potato. If you want a diet, get on sweet potatoes.
I love a sweet potato.
I think they're so filling. So cottage cheese and sweet potato if you're trying to be New Year.
That's what's her name? That's Kim Kardashian's go-to, isn't it?
Is it?
Cottage cheese, bacon bits.
Bacon bits, yeah.
I wish I had the confidence to dance like this in the club. That was Chris Stark, and at the time he was twerking.
Oh, he's doing the Chanel dance.
I was doing the Chanel dance. I was getting taught the Chanel dance.
Call me Chanel.
Oh my God! There's a different confidence you need for dancing in a bar or a club.
Oh yeah.
I just don't have it.
Oh, I do.
No, I don't.
I'll do a wedding. Weddings I
I
turn
agree.
into something.
agree.
I think I'm
John
the
Travolta.
nuts, but like
That's so weird. You're right. That's why you're the DJ. At a
Yeah.
wedding, I go for it. If I'm in a club, I'm like,
I can't do it in a club.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
We've done our own. There's a Tyler Chanel song at the moment that's massive, and we've done our own Capital Breakfast remix of it. You should have a listen to it. Yeah.
Anyone sees a penny? Come on, please, an African grey.
I have to say, my favourite bit is when the song goes, turns out she's an African grey.
It's
That's my
brilliant.
favourite bit, and I now never listen to the song the same. I love that remix.
Credit to our audio whiz, Jake Hunter. And finally, what have we got there?
Help, I've sexted a 19-year-old.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That is not. No, Chris said that because basically it's going to sound weird, but there's a lad who works in the office called Finn who's 19. Let me finish, and I really like his hair. So
That's all for today, isn't it?
So I want his hair, but I didn't want to ask if I could take a picture of his hair. So I got Maddie the baddie, who knows him, to say, what does he ask when he goes to the barbers? So Maddie asked him, and
It's
he's
well weird, man.
no, it's not.
It's well
really,
weird.
He's got really cool hair, but that's why I got Maddie to go up and just say, look, what do you ask for when you go in the barbers?
Yeah, so I've exaggerated the headline
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but that's great because that is what was said in the studio.
Yeah.
Just it was more of a quote.
Yeah. I didn't. I just asked him.
It wasn't sexting, but it was a weird sort of, how do you do your hair? Which I think
No,
is just
Maddie did it for me, and he's got really cool hair. So
Bizarre.
I'm sort of glad Maddie did because you said you were going to ask him, "Can I have your hair?" Which sounds like a serial killer
which
behaviour.
I didn't. This is why I just got Maddie to sort it out, and I'm going to get my hair cut after this, like Finn in The Office.
I'm looking forward to your next encounter with Finn
Yeah, that might
when
be
you've
a
got
bit
his
awkward.
exact haircut.
That might be a bit
a
awkward.
fin trim.
A Fincher. There you go. Hello and welcome to the mailbox edition of Capital Breakfast after the show. Straight in, no kissing. What have we got today, please?
All right, Kerry in Minehead says, how does it work with the rest of the team on the show when a guest comes in? Do the producers get involved and meet them too? Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Sometimes it eats into our time that we've got with them as well.
It's an interesting one to discuss this because they all listen. I'm keen to know both your thoughts.
I'm keen to know your thoughts, Chris. I can tell you have some.
Sometimes the guests come in and they've got such a small amount of time, and there's quite a lot of people who work on our show. So most guests want to be lovely and want to meet everyone who's involved in the show, but that can be quite time
Because by the time they come out and go, sorry, what? Maddie, the baddie? Oh, wow, great. Hey, what's your name, Kat? And then by the time you think, well, that's 4 minutes gone there.
If there's more than one as well, if there's two guests all doing hugs with 9 people, 9 times 2, 18, it can take a while. But what's funny with that is you do get some amazing moments caught on camera. Normally Callum at the door, exec producer Callum, I always remember because the photographers are trying to capture these candid moments. So for some of the team, like every now and then there'll be a guest that's like the dream guest. Do you remember what happened with De Niro? Where Callum gets this lovely moment where he greets De Niro at the door and shakes his hand. And Callum's probably thinking, this is my LinkedIn profile. This is going to get me work for the next 20 years, this. And when it was like that Monsters, Inc. moment where the barcode's covering Mike Wazowski's face, literally the photographer's own head, one of the other photographers is like in the way of the picture.
I know. They get Alex and Stefano, who usually come in to take pictures, proper professional photographers. The production team, like, just make sure you get one of me. And they get them to send them. I've noticed that.
Yeah, but I don't blame them, do you?
I don't blame them.
Otherwise, there's no evidence of what you've done, whereas we get all the video evidence. They don't.
Can we talk about executive producing Callum with our guest? Because he is brilliant with him. Which Coleman did he get mixed up with once?
I was there for this. Were you there for that?
Jenna Coleman and Olivia Colman.
It was
BJ before Jordan.
It was the worst. This was one of our lowest moments, actually.
This was with Roman, weren't
This
it?
was one of the best. Jenna Coleman's come in. So yeah, obviously, in answer to your question, the whole team get to meet the guests. And actually, that is
It's
lovely.
nice.
It is lovely, and we have
like
some
it.
nice
moments.
It's
if
all
we know
part
that
of
they're
the team,
super fans, like there's times when like with Nana and you as a big fan of Kylie, we'll make sure that they get their moment with the
Exactly.
people.
And
that
we
they
like
get.
it all because it's our team and it's part of the vibe and stuff. Yeah.
Jenna Coleman is doing an interview with us. Producer Cal has clocked that perhaps she hasn't had a coffee in the morning and needs a bit sort of livening up a little bit. Callum's the master of this sort of thing. Because if the guests are in a better mood and a bit pumped up and hyped, they come in with us and have a better chat. Normally, anyway. Jenna Coleman comes and sits down. Producer Callum's head's gone. He's forgotten her name, started calling her Olivia Colman.
But because he
Right.
was trying to be over familiar, he kept repeating
Kept doing
Olivia.
it.
He went,
She was
okay,
like,
Olivia, just sit here.
Come on then, Olivia, in you go in the world-famous capital. Right then, Olivia, you just sit yourself down here and you be a superstar and the others will do what they do best. And this is going to be the best chat of the day. All right, Olivia, 3, 2, 1, headphones on, let's go. Like,
That's a good impression.
she's just
Because
staring.
He is the best hype man and he's so good at it. But you're right, in that scenario, she was just literally so confused. But you remember why he was panicking, because this was a classic Kemp exit where they were 45 minutes late. He'd gone, I'm going. Me and Chris were left to do the interview because he had something else he had to be at. So Callum's overcompensating for the fact
45 minutes is quite late.
Yeah, they were very late, and they were in to talk about a play. The whole thing was a bit off. The play was called Lemons, 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 Lemons. Our opening question was, why so many lemons? Didn't go down well. Didn't break the ice at all.
Well, and that's what
we
I
got
would say
stared at
is, like,
blankly.
you sometimes task members of the team would like, look, if you're a big fan of this person or something, feed into the interviews and feed into the chats. I had a question in front of me which said, lemons, 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 why so many lemons? And I remember turning around to, I think it was Pippa at the time, saying, this doesn't scan right to me. This feels like a weird thing to say. If I say this verbatim, if I say this in these exact words, will it make sense to Jenna? And they were like, yeah, 100%. It's the right question.
Always does that look like the
So
knobs.
first question, I've just gone, all right, I've got to trust their opinion. They know what they're talking about here. I've looked at her and gone, lemons, lemons, lemons. Why so many lemons? She's already been cowed.
So now, but this whole
And then I'm
interview.
asking her a shit question.
No, this whole interview is a masterclass in us backpedaling, desperately trying to, all of us take it in turns to save it. At one point, who's she in with? Do you remember who she was in with?
Aidan Turner.
So Aidan Turner sat there, and at the
Poldark.
time he was
I'm all right.
Poldark.
I bet you are.
You look a bit like him, actually, John. Aidan Turner sat there. We're now, because we've asked everything we can about this play, we've got to be frank about this. We hadn't seen the play; it just come out, and this interview was very strangely last minute. It was just one of those things, and we hadn't seen it. It was lemons, 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 lemons.
I get what he was called.
So now we're clutching at questions that aren't about the play. I look at Aidan Turner and say, you're rumoured to be the
This is
next
Bond.
Bond.
If you ever hear anyone talk about Bond, they're panicking.
If you're asking an actor about Bond, it's because you've literally run out of questions. But then panicked because Jenna Coleman was there. And I think I looked at her and went, oh, you!
Oh, I feel so bad for them.
No, I do, because they're both lovely
They
people.
were lovely. They've been misnamed.
You just weren't on your best form.
No,
that's
just
fine.
sometimes it's a comedy of errors, and it just really was that day.
Callum is great with guests. He took Stephen Graham to the toilet last week when we had him on, because there's loads of works happening here at the Capitol building. The whole building's getting done up, so there's like building works and stuff.
Well, do your impression of Stephen, because he literally came in and went, he was like,
Hey, he come in. We were like 10 minutes. He went, I'm trying to have a piss. You know where I can have a fucking piss around here?
yeah, where's the loo?
Where's the loo?
Fucking loo.
So then Callum took him. He's so funny. He come in and he took him to the toilet, and he's like, he's such a dad. And I knew it was coming. He went, yeah, I took him to the toilet. Well, yeah. Didn't expect to hold his cock as well.
Oh, for God's sake.
I was like, I knew he was going to
Did he
say.
actually say that?
Yeah, and I went, I knew he was going to. He didn't. For
What
the
did he say?
record.
They had a chat about football or something
Yeah,
on the
we
way
had a
up?
chat about
Oh, we will
football.
have.
He went,
Yeah.
I held his cock as well.
And he would have done his wash your hands joke. That
Yeah, he did. He went, wash your
Yeah.
hands. He went, to wash
Make
your
sure you wash your hands.
Can we keep that in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
God, he'll probably kill us, but it's all
Would
right.
never change him.
Right, next question. Nikki in Rochford says, I've always wondered how presenters manage to keep a straight face, oh, here we go, when talking about pretty awkward or funny topics. Has there ever been a time you got the gills when you shouldn't have?
Today, just today.
What was it?
I was doing a I was
yes.
doing a crunch and roll. A crunch and roll is basically where you back announce one song, and then you basically talk up to the lyrics of another. So I back announce one song.
It's a quick link.
It's a really quick link. You
Yeah.
keep it flowing, you keep it pacing. As someone that's a radio geek, I still fucking love and buzz off doing a crunch and roll.
I love that they're called a crunch and roll.
Because it's crunch and roll. It's like 9 seconds, 10 seconds. You go, that was this on Capital Breakfast. Tuesday on Jordan, Chris and Sean. Up next, we're going to do this. Right now, let's get this on Bruno Mars. And what was I laughing at?
Well, I was telling you a story about a
No.
radio presenter.
A radio presenter.
That
Yeah, what did you?
And I've heard the story.
He was mid-story and he delivered the punchline with 1 second before your mic went
And
up.
I've heard the story 5 times, but you'd not heard it.
No, I'd never heard
so
it.
I went, go on, do it, and he did it, and then I went literally with 2 seconds to go, and I just laughed all the way through this country.
Can you say the punchline without revealing anything?
Well, basically, the radio presenter I know ate someone else's burger that they'd ordered on Deliveroo.
They took a bite out of it and
without them
denied
being
it.
aware, and then nothing was said about the issue.
So listen, he told this story, and then just listen to this crunch and roll that I was meant to do today. Right, let's get on. Record breaker. Bruno Mars, 2.1 million tickets. This guy sold in a single day. This is I Just Might. You stepped aside. And then that was me laughing. And if you're listening to that, you'll be like, that is unhinged.
Yeah, because you were laughing out of nowhere. We never referenced it. We moved on in the next link. So do you know what? I actually don't normally like doing that. I hate laughing and not explaining why you're laughing. But we could, in that scenario, we just couldn't, could we?
There's times where Chris is so cheeky, like he just gets a look. Like I'll say something, or Sean will say something, I guess something, and Chris will just give you a look, and it'll go. He just does that with his eyes. If you're watching this, he'll just go like this, and that always makes me laugh. Yeah.
It makes me laugh when he mutters something that he wants exec producer Callum to hear but feel like it was accidental. So he'll go something like
it's always Chris.
He'll just look at me like I said, like, oh, I really could do with that helicopter. And then he just says it just in earshot of Callum, so Callum's stressing and panicking. Why do they want the helicopter?
Always Chris that makes me laugh. Or he'll always, if Chris does something like funny or sassy, he always leans back and pretends to smoke a cigarette, and it makes me laugh every time. For the record, he goes like this, he goes and it always makes me laugh. Something's been said. Obviously, if you're listening to this, it's a massive in-joke, but he'll say something and just go and it's like it makes me laugh every time. Right, we'll do more of your letters and correspondence next. James in Matlock says, you've told us about the things you weren't allowed to do on air, but what about the things you can't believe you got away with? Oh,
I got reminded of one literally the other day because our audio whiz, Jake Hunter, has he's just got an archive of stuff and he can find it in a split second. And something triggered us talking about a game that we did for a few months before you, Jordan, called the Great British Nosh Off.
Which is great.
Now look, let's be frank here. We knew what we were doing. We knew that it had some connotations, but we also knew that a lot of people called food nosh. So look, we weren't breaching any sort of code of conduct. Chris is drinking this drink, so he doesn't have to comment. But what was so funny is obviously sometimes people would message in and say, "Hey, you do know nosh means something else, don't you?" And we just never referenced it. But what I liked about the idea of the game was it was a nosh off because you presented
a good old fashioned nosh off.
It would be like,
sounds like you had way much more fun.
No, it was just a silly. This was a silly feature that one of the ones that once the bosses kind of clocked on, it did get pulled. It was like, no, you can't keep doing this. But while it ran, people would come in, tell us their local cuisine, it could be like the Wigan kebab, and they'd just sell it to us, wouldn't they? Where we used to have a lot of fun is we would own that it was a bit crap, as a feature. So I would do the sponsor in an old woman's voice. This is where that when I go, it's huge. Yeah. That voice is this old woman that sometimes comes out of me. I feel like she's in there at all times, and sometimes she comes out. And for the Great British Nosh Off, here were some of the sponsors of the game.
The Great British Nosh Off.
Sponsored by bread. Oh, lovely bit of nosh.
They're brilliant. They are so good.
Just silly.
Yeah.
Sponsored by hummus.
Sponsored by ham. The idea was it just had terrible sponsors, but just a little bit of fun. I can't really believe we got away with it.
Well, we got away with it until we didn't. And then we didn't.
Jens, there was something I did last week that I still, at the time of recording, it was only a week ago, so there's still time. But there's something I did last week on air where I made a banana disappear.
They got the footage of that.
It was
Crouchy loved this.
It was mid-school run as well. And I made a banana disappear on air. And I was like, see this banana? Now you see it, now you don't. And I basically pretended to stick it on my bum. And then I talked like this for the rest of the link. Everyone was laughing, and I thought, well, might have gone to not a peep.
He said with this banana, he goes, now you see it. No, you don't.
Ash says, please, Jordan, do not make that banana disappear. See this banana? No, you don't.
That happened, and I've not managed to get in trouble with that. There's other things, like now and then, I'll get a kick under the table from Cal. I think, that's not bad. But then other times, I'll say stuff, and no one will be like, and I'll think...
Yeah, but sometimes it's almost like you need a VAR, you need it explaining to you, because sometimes Cal will say, can't say that, you won't understand why, and then it has to be explained afterwards, and then you go, actually, on review, you're right.
Yeah.
Which is true, but that happens.
What did I say when I went? I said best way, and you just burst out laughing. What was that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh God, it was always some sort. It sounded dodge.
Yeah, and it said something.
Yeah,
like
what did you say? Best way. Missionary.
Something like that. Yeah. Anyway, we get away with murder.
Anyway, we do.
But also, I say get away with it.
actually-
It's like it's all fine.
And when we're
It's
planning
not-
content, we'll be honest. We'll be like, we'll do that at 6 because we can have a bit of laugh with that. We're not going to put that in the schoolroom. Not that we're ever rude or crude, but we just think it might if you're in the car. We always, how we do a bit of content is we don't want kids asking any awkward questions.
No, so we do try and be careful, make sure that anything goes over their heads easily.
And the banana thing, I think, did.
Yeah,
and
of
that's
course.
why Crouchy said to you he found it
Yeah,
funny,
that's
but-
what I mean. Everyone should be able to tune in and enjoy it, and enjoy it maybe in different levels. Crouchy said to me, he was like, that stuff with the banana was really, really funny. And that's the thing. It's like, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you
If you don't, you don't.
And
unless you listen to this podcast and hear Jordan break down exactly what he meant by it.
Yeah, and at 6, I will say stuff
just
that I know I
realised.
wouldn't do at 8:30 when there's lots of kids in the car.
No, and this is the point. We don't ever do. If we ever do slip up, it really is by accident because actually we do consider everything that we say because we want it, like we just said, we want everyone to enjoy it and never be offended.
And that's what makes that stuff funnier as well. If you're saying stuff by accident and it's funnier because you wouldn't normally say it in that environment.
Exactly.
All right. Molly in Wiltshire says, Sean, I loved watching you on The Weakest Link. What was it like doing the show? It was always the show I wanted to go on as a kid.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't with Anne Robinson because she was terrifying, wasn't
She would have been awful, wouldn't she?
Have you seen some of the old clips of that show?
Yeah, she was brutal, wasn't
That
she?
was telly and radio back then.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
No,
right.
I'm not. Yeah, but I'm equally not saying it's necessarily wrong. It was just the panto of it was mad, like what she would say.
But people went on to be burnt by it. It was like wanting to be roasted. I think people were like, "Go on, then, let's see what she can throw at me."
And they give it back as good as they got as well.
That's true.
But it was. Do you know what I would say? It is intimidating. Even just the intro, a camera on a jib arm comes around, and you know that you've got to nail. Like it'll go zoom and land in your face, and they'll go. You don't speak a second before or a second after. It's going to come to you the second it drops and focuses. Hi, I'm Jordan and I'm a radio presenter from Burnley. Zoom, 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 boom. Hi, I'm Chris. So obviously I'm the third one in the row. I was thinking, don't mess this up, Sean. Otherwise I've got to start the whole thing again. So even just saying your name, I almost said my own name wrong. I found it quite intimidating. And the other annoying thing about the show is if it's so typical that the person next to you know all their answers, but when it lands on you,
yeah. But I think that with all of the quiz shows that you're lucky to kind of get to experience them. For one, I think they dumb down the questions for celebs.
Oh,
by the
they
way.
do. They
do,
Jordan.
Doesn't sound like it.
I was told
Good
by the
mate.
producers, they went, just don't pass, try and come up with an answer. So I did it in an Aussie accent to make Romesh laugh. I went, good mate. He did almost break character and laugh. Afterwards, we had a real laugh about it. Cut that from the edit. I got
of
done
course,
dirty,
of
so I
course.
just look mental.
Of course, it's filmed up in Glasgow as well, is it?
Glasgow.
Specific key.
What?
Specific key, isn't it?
Oh, is
That
that
was
what
called?
it is?
Yeah.
It's
I
the
always like
first.
to go
When
there.
I did it a couple of years ago, I did it with Roman. It's the first time.
Oh,
we
did
got
together?
We went up to the same hotel and we
That's
got hammered.
competitive.
Yeah, we got hammered that night. I remember afterwards because we were getting trains back, and I thought as long as I beat Roman, it'll be fine because we know each other's stuff. And I was doing really well. Didn't get a question wrong. Said it, being big at it. Went, oh, I didn't get a question wrong. Next round, I got every question wrong.
Yeah, that's
got
what
voted out.
it's like. They know.
So then I was like halfway through, and then Roman was like smirking at me. I was like, oh, fair play. And then he went out next round. I was like, you beat me.
Oh, well, that's okay.
And I was at Radio 1 then, and it was Kath, so it was kind of like...
But was that at the time you were it was known you were coming in?
No, so it was very much like Capital against Radio 1.
Oh, he would have loved the competitiveness of that, wouldn't he, though?
In the hotel that night. Well, no, what else to do? So we finished filming about 7. So, right, let's just get pissed. But it's good to be back on Capital Breakfast after the show. Tell your friends, tell your family, we're back. Give us a listen.